have ex-wives that actually have birthdays 4 days apart. Mine is the 29th of April, so his was on Monday of last week or the week before, and mine was on Friday. And he wanted to have me write something about her, and
I challenged you to write something.
he told me to challenge me, whatever you want to call it. So I wrote this a couple of days.
It makes me sound like I got bigger balls.
You really don't, though. You're like mice balls.
Oh, they are.
Oh.
So you have to overcompensate somehow.
Exactly. Okay, I call this love against will because as I was kind of like, I don't know, for lack of a better word, like meditating on the subject at work, that's kind of what came to mind because I still do, and I don't really want to, but here we go. I have loved you against my will, trembling, bearing my mind and my heart exposed to bitterness, espoused to hate. Desire is strong to loathe, but ability is nil. You're my muse. The note that rings always in my ear, beautiful. Dreaming, I still need you, a token, a memory, a fragment of our history. The key to unlock this darkest mystery. You took so much love. I can never love another as you. Love given willingly, bled dry. I'm still waiting for my eyes to dry. I love you, you selfish bitch. I will always love you. You have moved on, it seems. I am here, no longer looking for you, but bleeding. Selfishly to feel your love, to hold you close, to taste your bitter tears, to grow old, to die in your arms. A dream that will never, never break.
Damn. I had a poem like that, complete opposites, called Nightmare, and had a sequel called The New Nightmare. So.
Commentary.
Sequel sucked.
Any commentary?
Yeah.
Feel free.
That's sad.
Makes me loud though.
Yeah, like I said, these things tend to get pretty sad, but artists, right?
Yeah.
We tend to be a moby bunch of fuckers sometimes.
Yeah.
Pain tends to make things better writing than
Yeah,
pleasure.
that's often said. True genius is always
Oh, I've
tortured.
written some pretty
Yeah,
good
my
stuff
best
about
art comes
pleasure.
out of a fucked up.
Play for it. You have, but is it out of a torturous pain of not having had that pleasure and only envisioning it?
No, it's pretty much memory.
Okay, memory. Okay, well that's okay too.
I guess the moral of the story is don't get married.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I don't suggest that.
I don't
I
suggest
do.
getting married either.
I'm an idiot.
That's a horrible
Marriage is a
idea.
four-letter word.
I'm an idiot, and I will get married again. I still believe in love.
Oh.
Part of me
Yeah.
still very much appreciates my ex-wife, so I can't ever say I hate her.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
Taught you a lesson.
no, not even that. She did teach me a lot of lessons, but not that. If it's not for her, I wouldn't be standing here. Not for her, I probably would have shot myself when I was a kid. Everyone mentioned, anyone that was here, the whole rogues gallery thing, the 11 to 12-year-old, yeah. I didn't have friends. I made up my own. I didn't have a single human connection outside of my family until I met my wife when I was 14. So yeah, I wouldn't be as social as I am. You wouldn't have fucking known me. I was as closed off as anyone could possibly be without her.
Well, if I ever happen to see it and thank it, I'll thank her with a boot to the ass.
I would probably do just the
Verbal boot to
same.
the ass, though, because
I'm
a
sure I would do
gentleman.
just the same, and I delight in every one of her failures because I am a bitter human.
I used to be a bitter human, then I got worse.
But I still very much appreciate. I wouldn't have this house without her, and this makes for a fantastic fucking venue.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can't say that I owe quite as much to my ex-wife as he does because they were together approximately twice as long.
10 years.
But I definitely wouldn't be the same person that I am in a lot of ways if it wasn't for her. So I definitely owe her a lot for that.
And I like who I am.
I'm
Yeah, me
friends
too.
with my
And
last
and I'm-
ex-girlfriend.
Really glad, and I'm thankful that she left me
Girlfriends
too.
and ex-wives are so different though.
Without her leaving me, I wouldn't have ever figured out who I was.
I actually kept his ass out of jail.
Because
Yeah.
for 10 years of my
Yeah.
life, I was Ryan and Lisa.
You know.
And when she was gone, I had no fucking idea who Ryan was.
I say junkie, says how.
Hence the Phoenix, which is my third chapter in my life. I like to label everything because I'm fruity like that. So,
We all get through something.
I have divided my life into certain very significant life-changing events. The first one being meeting her. The second one being her leaving. That's 8/08 that I mentioned. That was the day she, well, 8/08 was actually a month and a year, but that was the day she told me she didn't love me anymore. Hence the time on that.
Funny.
If anyone is actually interested in this, there's a god-awful amount of shit I wrote about it right there. But it's really long. It's like 13 pages together.
And probably drab and dreary and
No, it's very metaphorical. It's poetry is prose.
I will say,
prosody.
I want to say this to Ryan. What's funny is he said he would have never met any of us if it wasn't for her. I wouldn't have met me if it wasn't for my ex-girlfriend.
Thank you, and that's what I was trying to say.
I finally looked in the mirror and literally had to, for the very first time, I had long hair. Hair down to here, a beard. Wow. I shaved everything off. And this isn't why I shaved my head this time, but I shaved everything off, in essence, to try to make myself reborn. And then I realized that I was the person I was before. I was never really that person. I was an actor.
Hence the Phoenix.
A talented actor.
Hence the Phoenix. Reborn in flames.
Tracy knows.
Which is actually the motto on the top of that crest up there. It's Reniscor ab flamma. It's Latin for reborn in flames. That part's not just on my chest.
Well, that's similar to after I was married for 14 years. I sowed a lot of wild oats for about 2 years with my life. Because I was married for so long.
Hey,
I went from high school to him, to her dad. And I sowed a lot of wild oats.
They find that
Someone needs to pick
one of your own, understand?
I know.
I literally met Bill at my buddy's open house.
Okay.
At our graduation open house. Invited him to my open house the day
the
after. And we have been together ever since.
But as soon as she got up and read about it.
And I had not had any boyfriends in high school. So here was somebody that showed interest, and 2 years later we got married.
It's nice though.
But, despite all that bullshit that went down, despite all that, you have an absolutely gorgeous daughter.
I know I do. I know I do.
Yeah.
Who really does not look 12. Really.
Really.
She really doesn't look 18 either, though, right?
But
Oh, she's not 18.
she's passed for 17. But
All right.
no, I did that wild. I did this because of all the stuff that I couldn't do when I was married, and all the stuff that I was limited to. I mean, for example, we went to Mardi Gras. This was before she was born. We went to Mardi Gras. He would not let me flash. What do you do when you're on Bourbon Street in Mardi Gras? You flash.
I would.
Okay?
I got this.
I got.
I am not proud. I would show my boobs for plastic beads, okay? Because it's, what you do.
I'm sure your daughter told
He would not let me do that. But it was
you
all
totally
right for him to look at all the
No,
boobs.
take
6
your
more
boobs
years.
away. They are evil.
6 more
It
years.
was all right for him to look at all the boobs.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do that. I had stopped writing because he found one of my stories, and he's one of them people that cannot separate fact from fiction. They think,
Yeah, like most people.
Right, well, he was especially, he expected to run into the Duke boys if he would have went down south, so, yeehaw, it was that kind of thing, which is why, until now, I have not written.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing before we move on to the next performer, is I will challenge all of you fucking people. If you're a writer, and I find out you're not fucking writing, get your ass up here and write something. How do you ever expect to get better unless you try that? There's only so much you can internalize. Aaron.
Exactly.
I'll go the fuck out.
This is
I know you're a fantastic fucking writer because I've read one thing of yours and I can already tell.
this is not a
And I think it's a shame that I've only read one thing of yours.
Man, I'm telling you, mystic, man. Just
this is not a homosexual or homoerotic thing, but I am not a homophobe. But a challenge, no matter if it's just a challenge, turns me on. So somebody's like, somebody challenges me, it's like, you're a boner, So
I might have made that sound right about it. Yeah, boner. He turns into his name.
Moving on.
And
Moving
he's grabbing
on.
additional.
Does anyone else have any sad, Moby, lovey shit before we move on to the next topic?
No, I don't. It's
Richie,
not sad,
do you want to ad-lib anything?
I could ad-lib some things, but it wouldn't be a poem, more like telling a story.
Go for it.
That's what I did the first time I was in here.
Go for it.
You
Last
have
time.
about 5 minutes. Go for it.
Fuck that, dude. It'll take me about 5 years.
Okay.
Let me bring something I wrote, and I can ad-lib off of that after I read it.
Okay. Anyone else? Any on that particular topic before we move on, because we kind of got into that, so we might as well finish it. But if we all get sad again.
We need to just
Now
bury
we're
the
going the
hatchet
other
and be
direction.
done with it. for
Okay.
now. I'm good.
We're just going to pretend it didn't exist. We're just going to...
Actually,
No,
it was
no,
a week
direction.
ago. We got
My
51
parents
to
tried
go
to do it
before
with
it
me,
comes
but
back
like it
around.
didn't exist.
Josh. Dean. Dean, you have not performed yet.
No, I have a poem
Read it.
I have a poem about misery, but I wouldn't say that it's a
It's depressing.
No.
It's
You know what?
Embrace misery.
We're already miserable. Let's
Bring
move
it,
on.
bring it,
Maggie,
bring it.
stop.